Hello, welcome to those who haven't been here before. Welcome back to those who have watched before. Thanks for coming again. My name is Ilya Langley, and we will be doing an Emmys 2025 quick recap. So we just had the Emmys just wrapped up, and the Emmys this year, the American Television Awards, like the Gold Standard Television Awards, we celebrate American primetime television that airs in between June 1st, 2024, and May 31st, 2025. And the show was played September 2025, and we just got through that. Good Emmys this 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 year, I guess. The host was Nate Bargatze. He's a funny guy. I've seen him in a couple things, some like clips online. He started his like hosting with like this kind of bit essentially that he does on SNL, Saturday Night Live, where it's like he's playing George Washington and he's talking about all these kind of ironic, stupid things that the founding fathers decided, whatever. So he's doing with some of the SNL cast members, Boeing Yang, Mikey Day, and James Austin Johnson. A very funny little opening talking about the television, whatever. Every year, and all these award shows, they always talk about like how can we like keep the award show like moving along and not have a speech dispute too long. So he said, okay, we're going to do something. I'm going to donate $100,000 personally to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Every second you go over the 45-second limit, we're going to take $1,000 away. If you go under, we'll add $1,000. The bit started out kind of funny. It was like, wow, this is kind of cold. This is kind of funny, like a little bit. But then it kind of got old, like very quickly, because they started putting it on screen of like the numbers going down and things like that. And he would every now and then give updates of where we were at. It was kind of like, all right, enough now. But yeah, they ended up in the end donating like a bunch of money to Boys and Girls Club, which I'm not surprised that they were going to do that. So good things. Moving on though, let's talk about quickly just the categories. Let's go through them. So I'm going to start with like the other ones, is what I kind of call them, the ones who won those categories. So it starts first, we have scripted variety series, went to last week tonight with John Oliver, like so many wins in a row now. The only other nominee was Saturday Night Live. If you don't know, a couple years ago, they changed John Oliver's category to be in this, like they changed the category name, whatever, to be scripted variety series, because he kept winning like basically the late night show. So yeah. Writing variety series went to John Oliver as well. This is their eighth year in a row, but like maybe even more than that because they've won every year since 2016. So obviously a lot. Outstanding live variety special went to SNL 50, the anniversary special. Outstanding talk series went to The Late Show of Stephen Colbert. Very nice. Obviously, a lot of us know at this point their show will be ending in June. So he came out. He was like the first presenter tonight. He got a big round of applause when they won. Big round of applause, big standing ovation. Stephen Colbert's show was really excellent. I'm so happy for him for that. And reality competition series went to The Traitors. I've never seen The Traitors, but I've heard so many great things about it. Maybe at some point I'll get on it. We'll see. All right, let's jump into kind of like the other kind of main category. So first up, let's do limited or anthology series. This, everyone pretty much knew Adolescence was going to sweep in pretty much every possible way. They did end up winning limited series overall. It is also the fourth series win for Netflix for limited or anthology series. Those other winners are The Queen's Gambit in 2021, Beef 2023, Baby Reindeer last year, and now Adolescence. Netflix continue to sweep up lots of good things. Lead actor went to Stephen Graham from Adolescence, which I was kind of surprised about. I was prepared for it to be Colin Farrell from The Penguin, but I was very happy to see Stephen win. But Colin Farrell on The Penguin, if you haven't seen that show, it's outstanding. But Stephen Graham in Adolescence, he also was like the brain trust behind it. Like he's one of the writers, things like that. One of the producers. So he won like overall 3 awards tonight. We'll get to him a little bit later on the other one. But yeah, I'm really happy that I would have been happy either way, but both those shows are very excellent. Lead actress went to Christine Milioti from The Penguin. She's excellent in that show. Again, as I kind of just noted, The Penguin is so good. If you haven't seen The Penguin, seriously, get on it. It's an excellent show. I'm not even a DC girly or DC person really in general. And not that you necessarily have to be, it's just a good show, but very good. I also thought this award could have maybe gone to Michelle Williams for Dying for Sex. I haven't seen that show, but I've heard a lot of good things, and Michelle Williams is an excellent actor, but happy for Christine Milioti. She gave a nice little speech. Supporting actor went to Owen Cooper from Adolescence. Everyone pretty much knew he was going to win this one. He's the youngest male winner in any acting category. He's 15 years old. So happy for him. He's outstanding in this. Adolescence, his first acting gig, really great. Supporting actress went to Erin Daughtery, Adolescence. She was the one playing opposite Owen. And episode 3 was her episode, and she was great in that, so I was happy for her as well. Directing, limited series or anthology, went to Philip Barantini, Adolescence. Adolescence, one of the big things that's so marvelous about them is they 4 episodes, and they shot all 4 episodes in an hour, like each take. Like it was one long take each episode, and the mastery behind that. Obviously, it's more than the director, but to pull that off is quite the feat. And the thing is with that kind of like was interesting about the category. I forgot who was presenting it, but they said this is a directing category. We have 4 women nominees and one man. Like how often does that happen? Like pretty much never. Haha. And when they were showing the nominees, the minute they showed Philip, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Philip. He's gonna win this. So it was like kind of like, oh, we have 4 women in this category. Yeah, rah rah. And then the role goes to Philip. It was kind of like, I wish they would have not even mentioned it, because it was like, it's going to the one man. Oh, look how rare, and and again, totally deserves. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but it was kind of just like, why are you, I wish they hadn't mentioned the whole, like, because that kind of makes it feel like, well, nomination, but not there yet. Anyway, finally on this writing, limited or anthology series or movie series or just movie, whatever, went to Jack Thorne and Stephen Graham for Adolescence. So yeah, very, very great night for Adolescence. Obviously, I think they won a couple, I believe, maybe in the creative arts as well. So they've obviously got a lot under their belt. So excellent job. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, go get it. And like I said, they did win limited series overall as well. Comedy series. The studio swept pretty much everywhere. They broke the record for the most Emmy wins in a comedy series, like for a first year comedy series, with 13. The previous record was The Bear. Or maybe not first year, I don't know, because the previous record was The Bear from like last year, so then that wasn't their first year, but they broke the record for most wins for a comedy series with 13. They had 23 nominations overall, which was a tied record for the most nominations in a single year for a comedy. They did really great tonight. The first award announced by Stephen Colbert was for lead actor comedy. Went to Seth Rogen. He ended up winning 4 awards tonight. Lead actress comedy went to Jean Smart Hacks. She's been nominated for Hacks 4 times, and she's won all 4 times for Hacks for her performance as Deborah Grant. She has 7 overall in her career. And only 4 women have won lead actress comedy at least 4 times for one performance. That's Candice Bergen for Murphy Brown, Helen Hunt, Mad About You, the great Julia Louis-Dreyfus in Veep, one of the funniest shows of all time, and Jean Smart Hacks. So that's really great. I'm very, very happy for Jean Smart. Excellent. Supporting actress comedy went to Hannah Einbinder, finally. And she kind of made a quip joke, whatever. Like, I was preparing to kind of keep leaning into the whole, like, I never win thing. I'm happy, like, to win, yada, whatever. She's been so great in the show, and I'm so happy she finally got a win. Hacks is her first acting gig as well. I say as well, I'm thinking about Owen Cooper, but really, really happy. Also, she said on the red carpet tonight, apparently, that season 5 is going to be their last season. I'm like, oh, but I can kind of see how it's going to end, because like the way season 4 was, and I could see them wrapping it up. But Hacks is such a great show, and I'm happy Hannah Einbinder finally got this, at least one. Really great night for the Hacks gang. Supporting actor comedy series went to Jeff Hiller, Somebody Somewhere. I've never seen this show, but I was watching an interview with a bunch of the supporting nominees, men and women, on like SAG, and I saw this person for the first time, and he seemed funny and cool, and I'm happy for him. I thought Harrison Ford from Shrinking maybe was going to get it. I saw a lot of people kind of having anticipation about, the great Harrison Ford, his first Emmy nomination, and maybe him getting it. I haven't seen Shrinking. I've heard great things. It's from Jason Segel, who I always want to call Marshall when I see him, because I think about How I Met Your Mother, but I thought maybe Harrison Ford could have got it, but Jeff Hiller from Somebody Somewhere got it, so I'm happy for him. Congratulations. Directing comedy series went to Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, The Studio for The Oner, which is episode 2. That episode is so funny. It's essentially it's a Oner because in it, Sarah Polley, who directed, or at least wrote, she directed it? I think she directed and wrote Women Talking. She's done a lot of other great things as well. She's doing this like last part of the movie that she's filming, that Seth Rogen is if you don't know about The Studio, he's playing a studio executive. It's all about executives, and they basically come to set to like see this movie, and every one way or another they keep ruining the shot. There's one that they're trying to capture before the sun sets, all this kind of things. And also the episode as well was shot in a one kind of sense, like kind of similar to Adolescence, like just like one take, is what I believe anyway. And it's so hilarious, and it's just like such a funny episode. Sarah Polley's in it. We have like Greta Lee is playing an actor in it. I'm a real actor, like she's playing her, she's playing herself, whatever. It's a really great, funny episode, and there's a lot of great, funny episodes like that in the studio. But great one to win for. Writing comedy series went to 4 people. I have their first names written down, or 5 people: Seth, Evan, Peter, Alex, and Frida. The studio for The Promotion, which is episode 1 of the show. So like I said, Seth Rogen ended up winning 4 overall tonight: directing, writing, lead actor, and also producer for the series. The studio, which won comedy series. Very, very great night for Seth. The studio is hilarious. I've talked about it a lot on my TV talks. If you haven't seen the studio on Apple TV Plus, get on it. It's so funny, and it's not one of those where you necessarily have to watch 1, 2, 3. I keep watching. I would watch, and I would sometimes just like The Wonder, for example. I just turned that on for someone. It's like, just watch this. It's so funny. Another episode, just turns it on randomly. Watch it. It's so funny. You don't necessarily have to be following the complete storyline, because it's just watching these kind of snippets of madness. So many great cameos on there. Really, really funny show. Really, really great little 20-30 minute comedy. Drama. We have drama series went to The Pit. Very, very nice. Very happy for them. Lead actor went to Noah Wyle for The Pit. I thought Adam Scott from Severance, I don't think he was going to get it, but he probably was number 2. But I think Noah pretty much had it in the bag for a while now. I will say something that kind of put me off, or just bothered me a little bit. They were giving a very subtle message. No, excuse me, very not so subtle message that this is the category we care most about, or the most important one, because they did pretty much all the acting awards, including the lead, supporting, whatever. They kind of all did them all around in the show. They never announced lead actor until they had announced limited series overall for adolescents, comedy series for the studio, and then they did lead actor, the male lead actor, and then drama series. And I was like, that to me is telling basically everybody, this is the most important individual award. We're going to put this one at the very end of the show, yada yada. Why when they had done lead actor for comedy much earlier, or lead actress comedy or drama much earlier. I get limited being a little bit placed differently, but it was I didn't like that. Again, it was not some subtle message of this is the one that we want to make sure we get it in a good spot and yada yada. It's icky to me. I didn't like that. Lead actress drama went to Britt Lauer from Severance. So happy for that. She was great playing Heliar, obviously, and obviously a little bit of Helena. I expected maybe Kathy Bates to win, and for Matlock. I haven't seen Matlock, but people were talking about Kathy Bates maybe winning. And also Angela Bassett came out and presented the award, and I was kind of I think the producers were kind of preparing for Kathy Bates to win, because you didn't bring Angela Bassett out for just anybody. But I'm so happy for Britt Lauer. She was excellent in Severance. And has been for the past 2 seasons, really. I think some people, when she was doing the whole, in the beginning of the show, spoiler if you haven't seen, of season 2, she's Helena, but she's playing she's Heliar, but she's they turned her severed chip off or whatever. And some people were very surprised when that kind of completely fell. When she said, "Do it, Seth," some people were but I could tell kind of a little bit, little things, very minute things. If you really are paying attention, it's kind of I don't think that she's right here, actually. And of course, it all kind of starts to come out more clearly in that episode right before she kind of is fully revealed. But still, that kind of character she played of being so delicate with it, and kind of, and that was 3 episodes at least of kind of playing that little balance. She was really great in it. Obviously, the rest of the season, excellent work. I'm very happy for her. Severance in general is amazing. Again, I talk about Severance a lot, talk about it in my TV talks a few times. If you haven't seen Severance, get on it. Supporting actress drama went to Catherine Lanaza from The Pit. She is the nurse on The Pit. There's several nurses on The Pit, but she's the older nurse who's kind of this veteran nurse. Everyone respects, everyone goes to for everything. So happy for her. I think that was a surprise. But I was happy to see a win for her, because she's great on it. And again, The Pit is the show I've talked about a couple times too on my TV talks, things like that. Excellent show. The thing with The Pit, and again, it won drama series overall. The Pit is such an interesting show because this first season was 15 episodes, and every episode is an hour. It's supposed to be a 12-hour shift, but it ends up going a little longer because of something happens. And it's really just exploring. It's focusing on the healthcare industry and the people working in this ER, but also exploring some of the traumas they've gone through post-pandemic and of COVID and all types of things. It's just an excellent show, and they already have filmed season 2. I think they're done filming season 2, or they're almost done filming season 2. So I like them as well, because they're a show that's going to be back. They just aired in January. They're going to be back this next January. So any show that's I love Severance, but Severance took 3-something years, and there's a pandemic, there's all these things I understand, but and a strike, but I'm happy for shows can turn around in a year. Very, very nice. Let's get back to that. Supporting actor drama, Tremel Tillman Severance. Yes, the first black actor to win in this category. This is one of those, I didn't even realize that until I saw it online, and I was like, this reminds you, like, we're still getting a lot of first a lot of the times. He gave this lovely little speech, kind of reminiscent of Jamie Foxx's Oscar speech, like my first acting teacher, and he was talking about his mother who was there with him, and it's just wonderful. He's been excellent. He was excellent in Severance. So funny, so like, not even, but like funny, but like strict, and like you didn't know what he was gonna do. Like couldn't really like plan or like what's gonna happen with Mr. Milchek? Like what's gonna happen here? And that's credit to good writing as well. But he was so good and it delivered it so well. So happy for him, and wish him all the best. We have directing drama series went to Adam Randall for Slow Horses. I haven't seen that. I think it's on Apple TV Plus. It's with Gary Oldman. So good for them. And then writing drama series went to Dan Gilroy for Andor, which is I said Star Trek at first, but apparently Star Wars series, something space. He was like, I think this is a surprise. And I was sitting there like, I think so. But yeah, overall, like I said, the Pitt One drama series. And that really is it for the night. Those are the winners. I don't know how many winners that was overall, how many categories they did, but good night. Just went a little bit after 11, but they did, I guess, pretty decently on timing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that is the Emmys 2025 recap. We are in it for the TV. There were some other things I want to talk about, I guess, quickly. Some people were saying like White Lotus took all these spots, like in terms of like a whole bunch of supporting actor and actress spots. No wins, not even just for that, but like nothing else, like TV shows, writing, whatever. Some people didn't like this past season as much. I talked about a little bit of my TV talk about this past season and my overall thoughts on it. I won't really rehash that now. What else? Kind of didn't really get anything. Abbott Elementary didn't get anything. And I guess that's okay. I mean, that's a great show. They'll be back soon. I do want Janelle James to get something at some point. I saw some people talking about Janelle James and particularly her performance this past season, but I'm very happy Hannah Einbinder won, of course, but I think Janelle James at some point. I think it's hard sometimes for comedy actresses and actors, sometimes for them to be like seen in a way that in terms of like what they're doing, because maybe people who are so naturally funny, you're like not necessarily thinking about them like acting funny, but it's like they're doing great stuff. Yeah, I guess those are my overall kind of quick little thoughts on the night. But yeah, that's the recap of all the awards given out tonight, the Primetime Emmy Awards 2025. Good stuff. Comment below if you have certain shows from this season, this award show that won tonight, ones you thought should have won, other shows that maybe weren't nominated at all that you thought should have been nominated. TV recommendations, send them my way. There's always so much TV to take in there, and I still have a lot of things on my list that I'm still trying to crack through, but I'm always taking recommendations for TV shows, good things like that. Hit me with them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Emmys if you watched tonight, or enjoyed this video if you got a little recap from me. We'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.